Do you smell what the Rock is cooking?
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. This is your host, or one of the hosts, Mr. Team Bring It, coming to you once again for hashtag Heels for Life, episode 31. All right, so first of all, good evening to everybody. So, as y'all know, that the NBA Finals right now, the Houston Rockets versus hold on. I gotta show y'all. Hold on. Yep. Well, I don't have the hat, but anyway. Oh, well, it's around here somewhere. My Golden State Warriors. I can't watch them tonight because, hey, I got a podcast for like 2 hours. So, but that's all good. I'm just glad that you guys are here, right in front. You know, front and center, live and in color. You understand me? Okay. So, before I start, first I want to give a shout out to each and every one of you. Last week was the most shared podcast on this show ever in life. We had almost 500 comments, 98 shares, and let me see. I think 14K views. Yes, it was the most shared podcast that we have ever had on this show. Thank you guys so much for participating and your contribution to the show. Right now I'm just waiting on Mr. C-Dog to come in. So we want you guys to share this podcast and remind you, for everybody that is watching, we have a YouTube channel called hashtag Heels for Life Wrestling Podcast on YouTube.com. Remember to subscribe because I'm probably every day I'm putting on new content. I'm updating our site. So like I said, not just the podcast that you're seeing right now is going to be on there, but my foolery, my fuckery, my rants, and possibly Mr. C-Dog, if he decides to do a rant or two, will be on the site. As a matter of fact, I will be putting on new merchandise sometime in the summer, and also just some more, additional content or whatever on the site, so you guys will be further entertained and coming on our podcast and all that good shit. But just remind you, this show would not be possible if it wasn't for you guys. So thank you so fucking much. All right, so tonight's podcast, I also got a special guest. Unfortunately, Corey is unable to join me right now, but I will be having Matt come on first. Then Corey will come on during the last segment because Corey, I guess he's currently training right now, whatever, in the wrestling ring where he's at right now. I think it's WWN, if I'm not mistaken. It's an awesome indies company that I've seen. I've seen some of his footage on YouTube, but he will explain that later on the show. But tonight, we're going to be talking about some fucking foolery, especially WrestleMania. WrestleMania, I heard, is going to be at least about 10 hours long next year. Now, remind you, this year, it was about maybe 8 hours long or some type of shit, but I digress. We will talk about that more on here. It's going to be a live-ass podcast. I'm just letting you know now. All right, so let me get my my co-host on here. I think he's on here somewhere. So, Let me get him on here. Okay, there he is. Okay. All right, so Mr. C Dog Cons, he's about to join me in a minute. So let me get him on here. Mr. Matt, where are you at? See, I hate it when black folks is late. Well, technically he's not late, but Matt, can you send me a request so I can add your black ass on here real quick so we can go ahead and start the show? As a matter of fact, let me step my timer real quick. Let me just say, okay. All right, let me add Mr. Matt on here. Let's see if I can. Let me see if I. See, I hate technology. Okay. All right. It keeps like fade. Okay. All right. I think I got him now. Let's see. Bring yes, bring him on. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Damn. See, this is why I hate when I'm online, people want to like start hitting me up. If you're listening to this podcast right now, if you're looking at me right now, I'm not answering your text messages. I'm not answering your DMs. I'm not doing none of that shit because I'm fucking busy. Thank you. All right. So, for some reason, the connection failed with Matt. So, let's try him again. Let me see if we can get his ass on here real quick. Oh my God, my glasses is blinging. Yes. All right. I'm trying to entertain y'all until we can get Mr. C Dog Collins up in this bitch with us so we can start this podcast. Man, I'm looking a little lonely. You know, I'm waiting for you to come on. Say connection failed. Matt, just do me a favor. Just send me the request so I can add you, because I do not know if you got a track phone or if you got one of them like government phones, bro. Like, but you know, I'm looking a little lonely, and you know, we got people that's like waiting for us to start. You know, niggas on the time frame, because you know, niggas got to go to work. You understand, you know, and then a nigga tired too, because I've been up since 4:30 this morning. So yes. No, I'm not going to be ranting about Brock Lesnar. Fuck Brock Lesnar. I don't care about Brock Lesnar, but I will. Trust me when I say this, everybody, that I will be ranting on fucking Raw and that Brock Lesnar want to be Bobby Lashley. I know some of this shit is not his fault, but at the same time, this is the reason why we will be drinking tonight. Yes. All right. Now enough of the foolish. Oh shit! See, I'm drinking already. See, shit, my shit's falling and shit. Oh my God, on live television. Oh my God. Okay. All right, let's try this again. All right. Now let me see if I'm gonna be in my pom-poms when Matt comes up on this bitch, whatever, because it's like been like fucking 5 minutes. Shit! Yes! Okay. All right. Now all that's done. All right, Matt. How you doing this evening?
What's going on, man?
You know, it's been, nigga, like, where the fuck have you been? Was you at Walmart?
No. Laundry had to be done. I was at the gym while laundry was getting done and had to pick up food.
Look at you up there trying to show your muscles. Boy.
Yeah, I know, right?
All right, let's go ahead and do this real quick, okay? Because we on a time schedule real quick. All right, hold on. Let me do this real quick. Okay, you know what? Because I'm still trying to like forward this shit around. Everybody, please help me forward this podcast real quick for everybody that's watching right now. Forward this to your friends. Forward this to your family members. Forward to the people that you don't like, because they need some realism on this podcast.
Yeah.
That's why we're here. All right. But you know, let's do some small talk real quick. Was Raw like? Did Raw like really put you to sleep this week? Or I don't know, because I probably seen like maybe an hour and 45 minutes of Raw, and then I turned that shit off and I switched over to the NBA conference finals.
Honestly, I'll be honest. I have not had a chance to watch Raw. or SmackDown this week because I got to pay on my Hulu. uh,
Oh,
so I got to
oh.
pay on my Hulu Friday. So, but from everybody's comments that I've seen in the group, I'm actually kind of glad I missed it because from what I'm hearing, a lot of people were upset about Raw and well, not so much SmackDown, but definitely Raw.
Now I kind of dibbed and dabbed a little bit on both shows. I just didn't really give a fuck about Raw because after that trash ass segment, which we will be talking about in a minute, I just totally just was like disengaged by Raw. Like it didn't do me no favors whatsoever. I'm already upset, for the past like 4 weeks. Man, matter of fact, ever since after WrestleMania, it's just like I just come on this show. I have not really said anything positive. And everybody, I'm gonna let you know this. I don't come on here on this podcast just to bitch and moan. I want to come on here and I want to give you guys life. I want to at least tell you I enjoy wrestling, but the wrestling that the WWE is producing is getting on my fucking nerves. So that's why y'all just probably gonna hear me bitch and moan. They doing it, but it's my job. I gotta tell y'all some real ass shit. But you know what? Let's go on to the first one. All right. First, let's talk about Mr. Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho has been giving me life, ladies and gentlemen. It shows
Chris
that
Jericho is killing it in New Japan.
He is doing over there in New Japan Wrestling. So what he's currently doing right now is sending hilarious, savage ass promos on this. He's going to be facing Naruto, if I'm not mistaken. Naruto, I believe, for the Intercontinental Championship at Dominion on their pay-per-view on June 9th, if I'm not mistaken. This man said, I'm not Trento. I am fucking crazy. I'm going to fuck you up. And I'm going to say this shit again. He said that I am going to fuck you up. Your face look retarded. I'm going to fuck you up. I know that you the best wrestler right now in New Japan, but I am going to fuck you up. You think people are you think I'm this guy, but nigga, I'm crazy. I will fuck you up. This is the Chris Jericho that I always liked. And this is the reason why Chris Jericho is playing around with other companies, because the WWE, quite frankly, is completely trash. Let's say that shit again. The WWE is completely trash. It don't got shit to do with promoting the WWE around the world. Chris Jericho is enjoying doing what he is doing because the WWE right now is fucking. It's fuck. It's really fuck right now. What's your thoughts, man?
I mean, sometimes they're doing good. Other times, you're kind of scratching your head like, what in the world y'all thinking? But I'm sorry if they're not careful. Pretty much a lot of their audience is gonna go over to New Japan because now, I mean, the first time Chris Jericho was there going up against Kenny Omega, I mean, him and Kenny Omega killed it. And now Chris Jericho is back, and he's going to kill it again.
And this is like, what? This is like his second time being in New Japan in like 1 year?
Yes. Within, I mean, not even a year, really. It's like he went up against Kenny Omega, I want to say sometime like towards the end of last year, beginning of this year. And
it was about 6 months.
So it's not even where it's been a year. He took a year off from it. It's like been, I want to say, about 4 or 5 months maybe.
Everybody, I'm telling you, like, I'm telling you. Okay, so like, I know some of you have not really paid attention to New Japan Wrestling, and I'm at fault for that because I haven't either. But when I seen Chris Jericho go against Kenny Omega, I instantaneously became a fan. I seen some of that pay-per-view, even though it was like maybe 2 o'clock
in the morning. I didn't give a fuck. I heard too much about New Japan Wrestling, so I wanted to go ahead and take a look. But I kept falling in between, matches or whatever. It wasn't boring. It was not boring whatsoever. I'm going to make that very clear. It was not boring whatsoever. It's just like I said, like it was so fucking late at night, and I had to go to bed. But that Kenny Omega Chris Jericho match gave me so much fucking life. I said, I'm going earlier. Whenever Chris Jericho go, we can say I'm following him. And Chris Jericho, you can tell, is having the time of his life right now in the New Japan right now. So all I'm gonna say is, you do your thing, Chris. Do your thing. If you don't come back to WWE, I'm not mad at you because I wouldn't. I wouldn't come back to that bullshit. To be really honest with you. Let's see. Other news. Okay, so let's talk more about the SmackDown massive five-year $billion deal about the moving to Friday nights on Fox in October of 2019.
A little bit.
I don't know how to just like what my friend Reese said, Rocky Reese. He said that he was mixed because when Raw went, not Raw, but when SmackDown went to Friday nights, I believe that was on Sci-Fi, if I'm not mistaken. They didn't really do too hot on Fridays, so I don't know. I don't know to really say about this. I'm happy because they're going to Fox. It's a possibility that the WWE, especially SmackDown, can really do good in the ratings. But then again, when you having trash ass storylines, it's really hard for me to say they can really do good in the ratings. And now, SmackDown is struggling just like the Golden State Warriors. So, I mean, what you think?
I think, to be quite honest, I think what hurt SmackDown was the superstar shakeup, because Miz made it watchable. AJ. I know AJ's still there. Everything going on with Nakamura is making it watchable. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of factors that's still making SmackDown great. It's making the B show better than the A show. But my issue is that when this whole thing came out about SmackDown not having a stable channel after I don't know when everything's finalized. I think you guys said October 2019. That's when it's going to be on Fox. I think.
Yeah,
okay.
19. Yeah.
After all that went down, to be quite honest, I'm actually concerned because nothing against Fox, but I know whenever a big sport, most of the big sporting events are on Fox. So to be quite honest, I think that's gonna hurt SmackDown, because if baseball, basketball, or something big in those three sports is going down on the day that SmackDown's supposed to be airing, SmackDown's not going to air. At least that's my opinion. If it does, great, but if it doesn't, we all know how Fox is. And then if there's a presidential State of the Union, they'll freaking cut right in the middle of whatever's going on and throw up the State of the Union address.
Yeah.
USA doesn't do that. USA doesn't do that.
No, they don't.
The only issue with USA, the only thing that Raw kind of has an issue with USA is whenever they have that dog show going on. Because for some reason those dog shows are always on Monday. I've never understood that. They're always on fucking Mondays. I don't get that, but whatever.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong. I'm glad SmackDown has a home, but being on Fox, that's kind of a good thing, bad thing type deal.
You know, especially on Fridays because this is toward the end of the week. So it's like everybody's like, you know, not thinking about wrestling. They're trying to recover from wrestling. And,
Yep.
you know, people going to the club. I mean, like, you know, even though SmackDown comes on somewhat on prime time, somewhat, yeah, well, yeah, on prime time. You know, it's just like not everybody's paying attention. Everybody's worrying about going out. Everybody worrying about, like, you know, doing other shit other than watching wrestling. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying, like, yeah,
Right.
I do kind of, I really agree with you when, you know, Raw, I mean, I keep saying Raw, SmackDown might, I don't know. We gonna see what's gonna happen. We're gonna follow this story more
Definitely.
throughout the year. So we're gonna keep you guys up to date. You know what's going on with the new deal with with SmackDown. You know, going to Fox. So, let's go on to our next segment. Oh my God, Jesus Christ! I know everybody's gonna be. Oh, everybody's gonna be. Ooh, this is a topic I've been wanting to talk about ever since Monday. So I do not know about you, everybody, but I really believe that this was the worst segment that I have seen in years on SmackDown, on Raw. Raw, yes. The worst segment I've ever seen, and everybody know what the fuck I'm talking about. Sami Zayn was interviewing the Lashley sisters, aka the men in drag. I'm talking about the RuPaul race. These motherfuckers that was portraying to be the Lashley sisters, they were men in drag. Okay? And we're talking about, and you know, and this segment did not do Bobby Lashley any favors whatsoever. I do not know what was the whole point of this segment, but I'm going to tell you this, ladies and gentlemen. This is the worst fuckery that I've seen the WWE produce in a very long time. This shit is not only hurting Bobby Lashley's credibility, but this man got zero reaction from the crowd. Even though this man tried to be funny, tried to come out there and try to say, oh, oh, it was funny. Yes, Sammy. Oh, we're so best friends and all this shit. And I'm trying to figure out, am I watching Nickelodeon or am I watching a PBS special? I'm trying to figure out, like, what? Oh, Jesus. Everybody, this shit was horrible. This was a horrible ass segment. And I'm not trying to hate. I can't hate because the shit was it. There was nothing about this segment to hate. It's just it drives me to drink. It really did. After I got done watching Matt, I was already pissed. But then I got pissed when the Warriors lost. So I got so pissed. I just drank this. I really did. So
Wow.
C-Dog, you didn't see this segment, did you?
No, I didn't. No, I haven't seen it yet, but I'll probably see it at some point.
Okay, so when you see it, you let me know. But I'm gonna tell everybody this shit. Everybody is rooting for Bobby Lashley to be probably the biggest face or the biggest heel on Raw, but the interview fucked him up. Him being in tag matches fucked him up. What's even worse is that he participated with a Canadian, which is hilarious, by the way, Sami Zayn. And then also he participated with his sisters, which I actually thought his sisters were actually going to come out. Instead, they were replaced by the RuPaul race of the drags. And even the drags was not hilarious whatsoever. Even the man with the mustache that used Rogaine to grow that damn mustache, and his name was Team Light Skin. And then you had Medea on that bitch with the damn broom. And then you had the man that I thought was named Big Red. You know, playing with his nipples and shit. Yes, I have nipples. Yes, I do. I have nipples. I have man boobs, so I can do the shit. But yeah, the motherfucker had bigger man boobs than me.
Wow.
But I still did not find shit very entertaining. I'm just,
That is
we're going to move on
bad.
to bigger stories this week. Jinder Mahal, his vicious attack on Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. I cannot believe I'm saying this shit, but I'm actually liking Roman Reigns. I mean, back up. I'm actually liking Jinder Mahal. Week after week, I'm actually liking him. Jinder Mahal is like one of them heels where you know he got potential, but it's like he gotta find his lynch or whatever. You gotta just really fight. He gotta find it somewhere, and like week after week, he's really finding it. But it's just like when he's going to like really show himself, and he really showed it on Raw because like first of all, he attacked and viciously attacked Seth Rollins with that damn chair. He really went after Roman and just beat the fuck out of him. I was really, really loving that shit. It's just the thing is, can he pull off the upset against Roman Reigns? Especially Roman Reigns being in this underdog, quote unquote, storyline, which is not doing him no favors because against Jinder Mahal, anybody can beat Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal used to be to me, still a fucking jobber, even though he's a former WWE champion. I mean, what you think?
I'm trying to get over the initial shock that you just said you're actually digging Jinder Mahal's heel heat at the moment. But I will say that's one thing that the great Maharaja, whatever you want to say him call him. That's one thing he can do very well. He can be very hated. Yeah. He can be very hated. I will definitely give him that. He does a great job of being a good heel. But and to be quite honest, I think this is why they did that. The reason why they had him jump Roman and Seth, because if they just had him jump Roman, everybody knows the WWE universe be like, yes, he kicked Roman's ass. Yes, Roman got beat down. Yes, when can we see him go away for a long time?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what they would do the whole time. That's why I'm really worried about a one-on-one match between Jinder Mahal and Roman, because I see the WWE universe yet again siding with Jinder, just like they did when he first won the WWE Championship. You remember the hashtag "Don't hinder the gender."
I do. Unfortunately, I do.
So I mean, it's where that I can only see it going one way, but I definitely enjoy when they let Jinder actually be the heel that he needs to be, because I mean you can't really get nothing better than a heel of a different nationality that can piss off and get the fan, that can piss off the fans and get the fans, some of the fans, to kind of cheer for him at the same time. So
now everybody, okay, so everybody, I'm looking at your comments, and I know that you guys are flabbergasted by my comments, but I told you I'm very unpredictable. You just don't know what's going to come out of my mouth. Miz, I did not give a fuck, and now I'm wearing his fucking t-shirts. Okay, Jinder is just, it took me a while to really warm up to him, to see where he is coming from. I'm seeing for the very first time in like 10 years. Has it been 10 years? Probably so. But anyway, for the very first time in I don't know how many years since Jinder Mahal has been in the WWE, I'm actually starting to like him, because I know he is vicious. He's a very technical sound type of wrestler, and I know that man can really be a complete badass. And besides, the man has been really improving his ring style for like the last 2 years or so. So that's why I said I'm giving him props where he is due. However, I'm not at the point where I'm saying, "Ah," you know, because I can't really move my tongue like that. So I'm just saying that I'm going to root for Jinder Mahal in the next what was that, in the next 3 weeks? I am, because I can't stand Roman Reigns. I don't like Roman Reigns. I don't like the sight of him. I'm not hating. I'm just letting you know that, you know, for the people that like, you know, Roman Reigns, that's cool. You can sit there, you can win your pants and shit and say, oh, I don't know, he's the uncrowned, universal champion. I think about him every day. And I really want you. I really want Roman Reigns because I really love Roman Reigns. You know, that type of gay ass shit or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really into that shit. I'm just, there's nothing about Roman Reigns that's really appealing at all. I do not know what people see in general. I do not know what people see in Roman Reigns. I don't see it. I just don't. So you can call me a Roman hater if you want to, but there's nothing on the Roman that has really said I'm going to like him. I'm sorry, the WWE has made you trash in real life, so that's why. Sorry. Speaking of opportunity, let's talk about this one issue that everybody's been talking about for the last couple of weeks. So on here.
What happened to the sound?
That's you. Okay. So, I have said this before. As a matter of fact, I made a video about this shit. So, Ronda Rousey versus Nia Jax. So this past Monday, they had well, actually, Stephanie, she came back and she completely embarrassed or she tried to do a one-up on Kurt Angle. So that brought us to the contract signing between Nia Jax and Stephanie McMahon. So Stephanie McMahon was basically, she was playing on both sides, saying that, you know, Ronda Rousey think that you're trash. Then she said Nia Jax, she think that you're trash. And, you know, she was playing on both sides of the fence or whatever. I'm sorry, both females. Nia, I love you. You give me life. And then Ronda Rousey, for you, but I really don't. At this time, I think she tried to like hype up the match, and it really just didn't. And decided just to like enemies, you know, we're both friends, and we both respect each other, so we're gonna keep it like that. And then, you know, Robin, doing her whatever, talking about I'm gonna take her off. Like, that's supposed to really impress everybody. I don't know.
Honestly, when it comes to this match that's going to be taking place in Money in the Bank, honestly, I agree with some people where they say it's too soon, and because it's where it's not where every it's not where it's just it's where not every rookie can make a championship kind of look good right out the gate.
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do a sound check. Okay, so is everybody hearing me right now? Is everybody hearing this right now? You can? Okay. Let's continue. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
But and I mean, it's where that I saw some people kind of try to compare this type of situation to Paige, and the catch is there's a big difference between Ronda Rousey and Paige. Paige, Paige had already been wrestling for years before she came to the WWE. She had already been wrestling for years before she came to WWE. Ronda came from MMA, trained for about 3-4 years, and then came to the WWE. It still is where she's still green. I mean, don't get me wrong. I understand everybody needs that shot to see if they can actually do what they need to do. I don't know how I feel about her first singles match being a championship match, because that's a lot. If people thought there was a lot of pressure on her when she had to do the tag match at WrestleMania, when you're doing your first solo match, when your first solo match is a championship match, that's a lot of pressure on you as well, especially at Money in the Bank. When it comes to what Nia can do, I have no doubts about what she can do in that ring. None. Ronda, I have a few doubts only because she's still learning. But with that being said, considering the champions that have held the Raw Women's title, you had Charlotte Flair, then you had Alexa Bliss, and now you have Nia. Sorry, it's where that you have two previous champions that Nia has to not only kind of meet that expectation, but she also has to go past it. Given, yes, going up against Ronda Rousey can, kind of hike up that expectation, but it's where Ronda Rousey's a rookie. So it's where this match can be great or this match can bomb. So it's where that in this type situation, it's where that Nia is going to have to carry Ronda, because this is Ronda's first singles match. And I really, really, really hope that that they both can do it. I don't ever recall Becky Lynch being the Raw Women's champ. I could have sworn she was the SmackDown.
Yeah, she been the SmackDown. Sasha.
Sasha and Bailey have been Raw Women's champ, but I more so kind of consider Charlotte's reign more important than them two. Sorry to anybody that's a Sasha and Bailey's fan. Sorry, I consider Charlotte's reign more important than them two. No offense.
They treated her like a queen over there on Raw. But as a matter of fact, I want to go on to this little storyline because, hopefully this is not a spoiler. Hopefully I am totally wrong. But just to let you guys know, Natalie Neidhart, yes, a.k.a., Ronda Rousey's training partner / best friend, she qualified for the Money in the Bank this past Monday, and she actually won her match. Now, remind you, these two are doing a storyline right now, and everybody is rooting for Amber Moon to win, and I want Amber Moon to win very, very badly because she needs this. I will say this, she is the baddest bitch on Raw right now. I'm not saying that, Ronda Rousey is not a bad bitch, because she is. I love Ronda Rousey. I do. But just in another company, not in WWE. She really showed me right now that disqualify her as being the baddest bitch. That title is for Amber Moon. Now, moving on.
Right.
I feel.
Hang on. Before you move on.
Let me get this out. I really feel that Natalie is going to win that Money in the Bank.
It would be cool to see Nat get the Raw Women's title before she retires. It would be cool to see it on her. I think it would be.
So you agree? So you agree with that?
All know. I mean, it's where that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would rather see a young up and comer like Ember with it, but
Mhm.
when you think about it, Nat has only been the SmackDown Women's Champion, and it wasn't for that long. She really wasn't the SmackDown Women's Champion for that long.
Mm.
So I mean, honestly, before she heads out the WWE door to do whatever she's gonna do after wrestling, I think it would be kind of cool to see her be the Raw Women's Champion. Okay, hang on a second. Let me Jordan.
Okay,
Jordan,
yeah,
I know you're right there.
Go.
I know you're in the podcast. I'm reading your comments, bro. Right now you're kind of being one of those bandwagon fans because I distinctly remember you not really being on the Ronda feeling type deal when she came into the WWE. I specifically remember that. And now, I mean, don't get me wrong, you've always been consistent calling Nia trash, even though I have disagreed with you every single time. I'm sorry, sir, but Ronda is not going to be carrying Nia in this match. I'm sorry. Nia can do singles matches. Nia has had plenty of singles matches and tag matches. Um,
Mm.
Ronda has not had any singles matches yet. Ronda has been doing women's tag matches not only in house shows but also on the Raw shows as well.
He said
Um,
that he think that you got him mixed up with somebody else.
mm,
I don't know.
I
Like,
don't
'cause,
think
you
so.
know,
But
as
either
wrestling
way,
fans, we have a tendency to flip flop, just like me. Years ago, I said I hated Miz. Now I love Miz. I'm sorry. I don't know. But Natty, I'm going to tell you this. I've never been high on her at all. I think she's still trash. Even though they said, oh, she's technically sound or whatever, I don't care for Natty, and I cannot wait until she retires. I just think that she's on Bret Hart coattails too fucking hard. You talk about, bitch, you are the best there is, the best there was. What in the fuck did you do in the WWE that was so best in the WWE? I just want to know that. Until you got onto Total Divas, then you thought you got some relevance. But your husband still did not give you no life. You still was not a star on him. So I'm serious, like, Natty, I just really hope that I'm wrong
um,
about the storyline. I just really hope.
I, I'm,
Mm.
I'm sorry. Total Divas for me just kind of made Tyson Kidd look even more like a bigger dick than what he was looking when he was on Raw. I'm sorry. Total Divas just made him look like an even bigger dick. So whatever.
Mm.
Um, and yes,
That might be.
Julian, to agree with your comment, if this match flops, if this match between Nia and Ronda flops, yes, it is completely on Nia's head because in this match, Nia is the general for this match.
Mm-hmm.
She's pretty much the veteran in this match. So it's where
Mm-hmm.
she's got to take care of Ronda and basically show her what she got to do. Um,
Jordan, what are you thinking about like we understand about Brock Lesnar being in this situation? We're not talking about Brock Lesnar. What are you talking about?
what situation? I don't know what situation Brock Lesnar is in. I don't know what
Anyway,
situation he's in.
I await your reply, but we're going to move on to the next comment, or we're going to move on to the next topic. Okay, so I detect some dissension amongst the rankings of New Day. So New Day still have not decided who is going to represent them at Money in the Bank. Um, I just really want New Day just to break the fuck up. Just break up, break up, break up. It's time, honestly. New Day have gave me a lot of life for the last 3 years, but unfortunately, it's time for them to break up. And I really believe when they break up, it's going to be epic. And the person that I want
Yep.
to be amongst the field, I want that to be Big E, because Big E has really impressed me over the last couple of years. And that man really needs to he needs to make his mark in the WWE. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. The man is peaking like a motherfucker. The man can talk. The man can wrestle. The man he shows a mean streak. And if you push that envelope on Big E, I'm telling you, that man can be the next WWE champion. But in a Trump world, no.
I mean, I agree.
That noise.
I kind of,
Okay, never mind. Okay. Go
I
ahead.
do, I do agree that I would love to see Big E break off. Honestly, either Big E or Xavier, one of them two. I would definitely like to see them kind of break off and start doing their own thing. Nothing against Kofi, but Kofi has been in 10 years plus. Pretty much, New Day has kept Kofi alive. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it just like that. New Day has kept Kofi alive. I'm not saying that Kofi isn't talented. Kofi is very talented. It's just I don't really see them doing anything else with Kofi.
And me, I
But
don't either.
Big E, Big E and Xavier, I do want to see them do their own thing.
hmm Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I just see a lot of promise with Big E, and it'll be a shame for them to waste the talent that they have right now with Big E, because Kofi Kingston, his time is past. Xavier Woods is just, I don't see him as a major main event like Big E. That's just how I feel. I just really been big on. I'm just a really big E fan. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, once again, that's another story that we're gonna follow as well. So past Tuesday, Shinsuke, he revealed the stipulation with his match with the AJ Styles at Money in the Bank as a last man standing match.
Called it. I called it. Called it.
Yeah. That was predictable. We both knew that was going to happen. That was going to have a last man standing match. So that no surprises there. So let me ask you this while we're talking about these two. What do you think about their rivalry? Do you think it's stale? Do you think it's is it playing out for you? What do you think?
I'm actually enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. I knew at some point the way they were building it, I knew at some point it was gonna turn into one of those special type matches. Because at the last pay-per-view, they do the whole double dick kick thing, and neither one of them made the 10 count. So I knew that they were going to end up doing a last man standing match. I like how they set it up. I did like that they had AJ and Nakamura do a match to where the winner would decide what their next matchup would be. My only concern is this. With this type of match at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, when they do this, when they do a special type of match, this pretty much puts an end to the storyline. So either AJ is going to retain or Nakamura is going to win the title. And that's pretty much it. Because theoretically, Nakamura's had two chances to win the WWE title, and this is the third one. So either something's gonna have to give. If Nakamura wins, it's where the AJ gets his rematch clause, and they basically got one more time. But if AJ retains, Nakamura goes to the end of the line, and pretty much the Money in the Bank winner is going to be next in line. Which I'm going to go ahead and kind of mention the rumor that's going on with that. The rumor that's going on with that is that Miz is going to win the Money in the Bank, cash in on AJ, win, and then that's what's going to set up the Miz and Daniel Bryan match.
Ooh.
That's the rumor right now. That is the rumor. So y'all just kind of keep your eyes open for that.
Yeah.
That's the biggest rumor that I've seen right now. Is that Miz is gonna win the men's Money in the Bank, cash in on AJ, win, or cash in on AJ or Nakamura, win, go back to SmackDown, and then that's what's gonna bring up the whole Daniel Bryan and Miz match. Another thing. A
little bit better. Because, like, they really been keeping that a low profile. Oh, and also I wanted to let everybody know, too. Big Cass is in some hot-ass water. So, I want you...
Yes.
I think, you guys, like, if you paid attention to SmackDown, I think this was last week or 2 weeks ago, Big Cass did this little segment or whatever. You know, he was talking about Daniel Bryan, you know, being short and all this shit. He brought like a little... version of Daniel Bryan, this little midget or whatever. So I guess according to the script, Big Cass was supposed to give the midget the big boot. He wasn't supposed to beat the shit out of him. And also before this, he went to Vince McMahon and he got permission, or he was trying to get permission to do more, but Vince said no. So I was watching this one podcast or whatever, and X-Pac said that he get what Big Cass was trying to do. He was trying to be this badass or whatever, where he can get more attention or whatever, try to be this little outlaw, but it kind of backfired in his face. So now what the WWE is doing is I guess they're giving him like this, he's on this injury storyline or whatever. They say that he injured his knee again, and he's going to be out for a couple of months. Do you believe that shit, or do you think it's just because of what he did?
Honestly, yes, because if the boss tells you not to do something,
right,
and you do it anyway, you see, there's only two ways it can go. You got the Stone Cold route, where it goes, it literally skyrockets, and like you become the greatest, WWE superstar ever, or it blows up in your face and you're screwed. And unfortunately, that's what happened to Big Cass. Basically, he blew it. To be quite honest, I get it, which I agree with X-Pac. I agree what Big Cass is trying to do. But when the boss tells you no, big boot, go home. If that's all you're supposed to do, and you basically say, no, I'm gonna get my shit in, I'm gonna get myself over, no. Basically, I can understand why it went the way that it went, because I mean, you got there's two people you got to listen to. No matter if it's I don't know about WWE. I don't know who all they got to where the wrestlers got to listen to and all this other stuff, other than Vince, Stephanie, and Trips. But when it comes to Indy, the booker and the promoter, them the two people you got to listen to. You go against either one of them, that's your ass.
Yep. And unfortunately, you know, Big Cass decided to, you know, I guess play outlaw, and then, you know, the shit didn't really work in his favor. So, you know, it's unfortunate that, you know, Big Cass is in a doghouse, and, you know, and to be really honest with you, I'm not going to even lie to you, like, I'm not really that high on Big Cass, because I knew, like, you know, between Enzo and Big Cass, I knew who was more likable, who had, like, you know, great mic skills. It definitely was not Big Cass. Big Cass was like that little side man or whatever, like that, you know, the hype man or whatever. He wasn't the hype man that you wanted to succeed. He was just there just to be there. You know what I'm saying? So, let me go on to this last topic, and then we're gonna go to fan reaction real quick. Somebody brought this shit up. I think this was earlier. Oh, this is not really major news, but Jason Jordan is supposed to come back this Monday coming up. Now, remind you, he was supposed to come back like 3 weeks ago. You know, when story broke out that he was supposed to come back like 3 weeks ago. He's supposed to be coming back this Monday. And I still say when he comes back, he's going to have a major heel turn. And he's going to go directly after Seth Rollins. Now, remind you, Seth Rollins is very hot right now. And to cool him off is for someone to beat him or his past to come back to haunt him. Because the last time that these two fought these two saw each other was back last year. And it would be very perfect for Jason Jordan to come back and just to ruin it all. Like to literally burn it down, as like Seth Rollins say, burn the house down. And it will be a perfect heel moment for, you know, for Jason Jordan. But I think they're not going to fight until probably SummerSlam, because remind you, they were supposed to fight at WrestleMania, but because dude got hurt, they just said, okay, we're going to probably like put it for SummerSlam, whatever. So what do you think? I mean, do you think that, you know, this is, well, as far as like Dean goes, Alexis, I really cannot tell you, because I heard, the last thing I heard about Dean Ambrose is that he went down to Alabama, where the WWE superstars, they get like, they go through the rehabilitation or whatever with their, injuries or whatever. I heard that he went down there to get the surgery for his, tricep, and that's the last thing I heard from him. That was it. So I can't even tell you. But once I find out, I'll definitely let you guys know. But no, going back to Jason Jordan, what do you think about Jason Jordan, C-Dog?
Honestly, I thought he was supposed to be back like 3 Mondays ago. They were talking about he was going to come back like the Monday after WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, here's another situation where it can go great or it can go bad. Right now, Seth Rollins is on fire.
Yes, he is.
And mostly everybody that's watching the podcast and people that are in the WCC group, they'll agree. Seth Rollins is on a roll right now. He is earning the Mr. Monday Night right now. So, if they do a storyline where Jason comes back and they put him and they have him go up against Seth Rollins, all I gotta say is Jason better be able to match the fire that is literally coming off Seth Rollins right now. Because if he sparks and then falls flat, he ain't got nobody to blame but himself. You can't blame Seth, because, like I said, Seth is on fire right now. So all I gotta say is Jason Jordan better bring it. He better bring his A+++ game. He better be platinum diamond status when he comes back, because Seth Rollins is going to literally, he can either match it or Seth is going to burn him up.
That's all I'm saying. Okay, so that's it for our first half of hashtag Hills for Life. So I will be. It depends on if if our special guest shows up tonight. If not, then C Dog's going to rejoin me after hashtag Hills for Life. So, bro, I will talk to you a little bit later. Okay.
Yeah. Real quick. I know everybody's like, why am I talking on a different profile? Chris knows.
Yeah,
Chris knows what happened, and a few other people know what happened. So let me tell y'all what happened. The video that I shared in WCC, where you have the Dudley Boys. I don't know who the chick was that was helping the Dudley Boys, and the chick that was basically on the mat. Well, Dudley Boys did their usual whenever Devon jumps off the ropes and headbutts a guy in the groin, whatever. Well, they did it on a girl this time. And when Devon jumped off the ropes and landed, Devon stayed there for a while. He was down there so long. That the crowd started to chant three specific words. I'm not going to say it right now, but if you find the video, you'll see what I'm talking about. Well, the video itself didn't get me in trouble. What got me in trouble was that I shared the GIF that Aaron Beast Mode sent. I shared the GIF in the video that I had posted on my personal timeline. The GIF is what got me in trouble, because the GIF showed a close-up of Devon's head in between the girl's legs. So you can only imagine why Facebook blocked me for 30 days, which I'm kind of like with everybody else. I don't understand how I got blocked for something like that when, you didn't see nothing. To be quite honest, me being a wrestler, I don't know I couldn't even tell what all was going on. But from that and some of the other videos I've seen posted on Facebook, I don't really understand why my account got blocked for 30 days. I really don't. But it is what it is. I have another one that I fell back on. So until literally towards like the end of June almost, my other profile is pretty much on the shelf for now.
Well, we will see you on your other profile in 30 days.
Yep.
I know it's not funny, but this shit is just hilarious. Like, wow, like Facebook is just like completely paid. But we'll see you after the podcast, okay?
All right, man.
All right, man. All right, everybody. So, as I'm doing this podcast, I'm actually following the game. For anybody that wants to know, right now Golden State is losing by 2. I believe that the Rockets have won, and the game is I think the Houston is up 3-2, if I'm not mistaken. So trash. Okay, anyway. This is hashtag Heels for Life fan reaction. So you guys can come on here if this is your first time on here. You can come on, you can talk with me for about 6 minutes, and then I will go on to the next caller, talk about whatever you want. It don't have to, it can be, oh, okay. So Houston won, so everybody, so okay, I'm done with this shit. Okay, so anyway, talk about whatever you want. Talk about what we talked about tonight. Talk about what you've seen around the wrestling world. Say whatever you want. Don't care. Don't matter. All right, so let me go ahead and set my timer real quick. All right. So let's see who's going to be the first victim. All right, let's see, Mr. Anthony. So I think Anthony is our first caller. Yes, anybody can come on. It don't matter who you are. Just come. You can come on. Don't matter.
Ooh, Lord.
Yes, you are bright as hell. Oh my god.
Right. What's up, man?
Hey, how you doing? All right, so I followed your podcast, whatever. You know, great show, awesome. Where are you calling from, man?
Portsmouth, Virginia.
Okay, all right, bro. So you a first time caller, which is awesome. Thank you for coming on. You got 6 minutes. Go ahead, say what you got to say.
All right. Well, obviously, I'm not gonna sit here and talk about that that Bobby Lashley debacle, but hopefully, I'm going to Raw Monday. Hopefully, they will be doing a better show because what I saw last week was just ridiculous. But I'm not gonna talk about Raw. Let's talk about NXT. I'm not sure if you are a big NXT fan watcher.
I am unfortunately, but yeah, when I come home, it's like it's when NXT goes off, unfortunately. But continue, go ahead.
Yeah, so NXT right now is obviously the best thing going on under the WWE umbrella.
Mm-hmm.
The Johnny Gargano Tommaso Ciampa story is really, really interesting for those who are not watching. So pretty much right now, for those who do not know, a quick bring up, Tommaso Ciampa and Gargano were once upon a time a tag team known as DIY. Takeover Chicago last year, they had a match with Authors of Pain in their ladder match, which they lost right at the end of the show. Tommaso Ciampa turned on Johnny Gargano, but then he tore his ACL, I believe, and he had to go away for a while. He would come back after Johnny Gargano's match at I believe it was Philly. He had a title match against Andrade Cien Almas, actually. So he came back and attacked him after the match. And so now we are at the story now where not only is it between these two, they have Johnny Gargano's wife involved. So this is kind of, think of Chris Jericho, Shawn Michaels.
Indeed.
Remember how Shawn Michaels' wife was involved?
Yes, I do. And especially that punch I seen, eye for an eye. Yes, I remember that story, and I love that story. That's right. Yes.
And this story is amazing. There's some things that I probably would have done differently to make it even more intense. But I do understand that we are in a piece of
Okay, so while we're on that subject, what would you do differently?
All right, so this may cause some backlash, but I would have had Tommaso Ciampa pull a Randy Orton. Think back to when Randy Orton did to Stephanie McMahon a few years back.
Which one? He or kiss her on the cheek?
The entire thing.
Okay.
Go the full 9. Kiss her after you destroy her and everything. Kiss her death. Do all of it. Go all the way through with it, and it really would have taken Johnny over the edge. But hopefully, well, obviously right now they're obviously going to have a match at TakeOver Chicago, which is the day before Money in the Bank. So hopefully, I'm looking forward to seeing a 3 Stages of Hell match. Ricochet. Ricochet is a very interesting character to me. I do not know if his character would translate to the main roster though. He is a very entertaining wrestler. So you should if you get the chance to check it out.
So let me ask you this: do you think Ricochet is? Because we can sit up here and we can say that he's an awesome talent, but you already know as soon as he go to the main roster.
Yeah.
So
I don't think it translates.
So if you were the booker, or if you had the power to send him to either show, where would you send him? Where would it be beneficial for him? 205, Raw, or SmackDown? 205.
205. Okay. Yeah. So Triple H is now taking over 205, and 205 Live has been a lot better as of late. Since Enzo has left, and don't get me wrong, I love Enzo, but 205 Live was not where Enzo should have been. Like he was an entertaining character, but he really brought down a lot of the match qualities that he was in. So I'm looking forward to seeing him go to 205 Live because I think that that will be where he can really show who he really is with the guys that can go along with his style.
Mm-hmm.
Cedric Alexander and such like that.
Mm-hmm. So what? Okay, so why do you think 205 is not getting the shine that they really needs? Because to be honest, go ahead.
When you dealt with the downfall that they've had since the inception of 205 Live, and before the inception of 205 Live, they were being misused before they even came up with the show. When the first episode, they brought the Cruiserweights back.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing they do is throw everybody in a throwaway 6-man tag match. That's the wrong thing to do. And then they make them wrestle the WWE style when, for the ones that's watching CWC, that was not how they were going out there putting their matches together. If they went out there and did their matches the way they did on the CWC, I'm pretty sure they would have gotten over it in some way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Even guys like Eric Bischoff has said it.
So what other, like, what do you think about New Japan? Do you think Chris Jericho is actually making the right move by staying over in New Japan? I really want your opinion about this.
I think Chris Jericho is having fun. This is, and like, don't get me wrong, I love Jericho and the whole stupid idiot and the list thing. It's cool. But seeing Chris Jericho with no filter, it's really that much better. And it was like that before when he had his feud with Kenny Omega. And so before he left after Wrestle Kingdom, they do the show after Wrestle Kingdom. It's kind of like the Monday Raw after WrestleMania. And so he already sees the feud with Tetsuya Naito. So it was already expected for him to do something with Naito when he came back to New Japan. So I'm really interested in seeing what these two can do because Naito is definitely a great wrestler. I'm a huge fan of LIJ. So it should be fun.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. It was a pleasure. Hopefully we'll probably have you as a special guest probably in a later episode. All right, brother.
All right.
Nice talking to you. All right, man.
Talk to you soon.
You too. All right, let's go on to the next caller. All right, Mr. Aaron. I really can't believe that the Warriors lost again. Trash. What's going on, bro? How you doing?
Chilling, man. Chilling.
All right, man. Well, we already know where you're coming from. We know that you come from Florida. So, you know.
Jacksonville, Florida, as usual.
Right. So, brother, you got 6 minutes. Go ahead.
Okay, first off, let me start with the status I posted a couple days ago. I did not watch Raw. I did not watch SmackDown. I took a stand and said, fuck this boring shit this week. I'm not doing it. What's there to keep me? Bobby Lashley and his she-male sisters? Roman and by God Jinder Mahal, that's gonna keep me?
You know, I tried to be nice. You know,
that's gonna keep my attention.
Look, this is coming from somebody who's involved. Like
when that match comes on,
he like showed some type of promise. Okay, you know, we already know that he's like literally irrelevant in this. Like,
stop, Chris.
What?
Chris,
what?
You're giving that man too much credit.
Look, dude, you are really being really petty right now.
No, I'm not. Okay. Okay. Tell me this.
You're sitting there in your garage. You're being petty.
Tell me this. Tell me this. If Jinder Mahal was feuding with anyone but Roman Reigns, would he be getting cheered right now?
No.
I rest my case.
Okay. But still.
Look here. When I'm gonna say this. When that match comes on, like I said in the comments, I'm rooting for the ref.
You being super. Why are you being petty this evening? Huh?
I'm gonna be there like every time the ref do something, I'm gonna be marking out big for the ref. I'm gonna get annoying with it. Like the ref could be doing a 10 count. And they could go 1. That's a good count, ref. That's a good count.
Terrible. That's terrible.
Say 2. Say 2, ref. 2.
Let me ask you
the nigga said 2.
How do you feel about, Natalie possibly winning the Money in the Bank and cashing in on I'm assuming Ronda's probably going to win this title. I'm assuming that she's probably going to. As a matter of fact, this whole entire story, how do you feel about it?
I'll say this. Don't have Natty win Money in the Bank to cash in on no goddamn Ronda Rousey. Here's what you do. Have Natty just lose Money in the Bank to whoever. I don't give a fuck. Just lose. And then she snaps.
But do you think that WWE has it in them to let her snap?
Have her I'm not even saying go complete ham sandwich or no shit like that, but like let it fester in her as well, I'm out here helping Ronda Rousey and she's getting all this shine. Meanwhile, I'm right here. I've been here, and she's essentially taking my spot. I'm essentially helping her take my spot. Fuck that shit.
But haven't we been down this road before with other, WWE female superstars before?
We're always going to go down this road with females, males, everything. But because the thing is, I had a sit-down conversation with a friend of mine. And I think I impressed upon him just how garbage Roman Reigns is and why he's garbage.
Well, please share. What exactly did you say?
All right, so we were talking, and then the subject of who gets pushed came up, and I made the point. I'm like, you can have a dude. WWE can have a dude sitting there that outwork most of the roster, and is putting on the best matches, but he's not getting pushed. Why? Because he's small. You know what I'm saying? I said, meanwhile, Vince look over in the corner and see the big nigga with muscles coming out everywhere and is like, that's my star. And everybody in the room is like, but the nigga can't talk. He can't move. He can't do this. He can't do that. Don't matter. He looks like a star. So we could cover all the rest of it up. And then listen. Here's where he had his aha moment. Right? He starts delving deeper into it, and he goes, yeah, they cover it up. They probably give him a little simple finishing move. And as soon as he said that, I said spear.
So you think? So okay. So
his eyes were like this.
I want to get this right, because this seems like this is a gay fetish that you're talking about right now. Because this is some moist shit I will probably do. Okay? The gay dude that's talking right now. Yes, this is some moist shit that I will probably do. So you're saying that Vince probably will do this shit and say that this is his star. A man that is in the far corner right now, he doesn't have to have long hair. But you're saying that this man covered in baby oil and has a whole bunch of muscles and shit and can't talk. You're going to point him on and say that that's your star? Seriously?
Look at everyone Vince has backed previously, is all I'm going to say.
We're not going to talk about Braun Strowman because Braun Strowmans have not been.
No, we're not. We're not. The only reason we're not talking about Braun Strowman is because all Vince sees right now is Roman.
But Roman is trash.
We know this.
So why in the fuck would you push trash all because of his muscles and his looks
It does not make sense. It will not put butts in the fucking seat. The butts were getting up from the damn seat
and leaving. I took video at Mania. I saw.
So
he's actively taking butts out of seats. But the thing is, Vince is like a woman being abused in a relationship, basically.
I'm just not. I'm totally not
like
this shit.
No matter how much the fans tell him they don't approve of the person he's seeing, Roman, because of X, Y, and Z, he's still gonna say, "Oh, but I could change him. I could change him. They'll love him. I could turn it around. You'll see."
Bro, before I go into the next call, because I really want to talk about this shit. Bro, you said Vince said that he said that he can change Roman. My nigga, it's been 6 years.
I'm saying, look. I'm not saying he actively said this out his mouth.
I know.
I'm saying if you look at everything, if you look at the booking, it looks like that's exactly what's going on. Because how are you sitting right there in the back hearing these boos, hearing these chants? Like you're right there.
Maybe his hearing is just like, maybe he's losing his hearing. I mean, personally, I work with a coworker, like he barely can hear. That's why he talks loud. So, I think
Okay. So let me ask you this. Vince can't hear the boos or the Rusev Day chants. I bet you his ears was wide open when Fox said $1 billion, though. I'll take one with you.
Okay, you ready? You ready?
Come on. You ready? Come on.
All right. Cheers.
Let's go.
All right. You're good. All right, I'll talk to you later.
No doubt. No doubt. All right.
It's my name. Oh my God. Okay, let's go to the next one. Mr. Chris, that's my last. This is gonna be my call, and then we're gonna go on to the final, the special guest that was actually supposed to come on, but he didn't. What's going on? What's going on, Twin? How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing awesome. So the question is, what are you going to talk about
tonight? I want to talk about Ronda. Yeah, okay. This whole thing, I think they're making a mistake with her by pushing her so fast. And obviously seeing that her skills are not, they're not there yet.
I'm responding to Corey, but keep going.
Yeah, her skills are not there yet, and I'm sure they know it. She has some skills, but not the skills, because so far she's been in tag matches, like Stephanie said. Right. She's had other people carry her. Now you're in a one-on-one in a halfway decent pay-per-view, and you got to go 10, 15-minute match, give or take, on your own. No tagging out. So if you blow up or get winded, it's going to show. And like I said, Nia...
Just like how it showed in the UFC?
Exactly. And Nia, I would say, outweighs her at least about 40 plus pounds or more. I'm just being lenient.
Try 200.
I'm being lenient.
Try 200.
Well, I'm being lenient.
Yeah,
but
for real.
Man, look, hey, leave my baby mama alone, man. Leave my baby mama alone.
Oh, I forgot you like plus size women. I mean, you married to one.
Yeah, she now you just don't know it yet. But she pregnant by me. She just don't know it yet. But but anyway, that match right there, I think they're really gonna make a big mistake by putting the strap on her so soon.
So you
Because
they're gonna actually pursue putting the strap on her, even though she is not ready.
well, okay, look at Roman. They pushing him. He ain't getting over. So why not? Why not?
Well, okay. Well, first of all, let's explain the difference. Okay. First of all, Roman is not a mainstream celebrity, and that brings me to this point right here. I'm so tired of fucking WWE always pushing these celebrities, these part-timers, and giving them like titles 24 hours later. That includes The Rock as well, and I love The Rock. I love him, but
yeah, that's my boy.
Out of nowhere, and he haven't wrestled in like what, a year, and they give him a title shot, and then he wins. I mean, like the motherfucker haven't really did anything. I mean, he did shit for this business. I get it.
Yeah.
But, he comes out of nowhere. He haven't went on tour or whatever. He just comes in, gets a title shot.
Yeah, you're right.
He doesn't let me title. Yeah. And the same thing goes for Ronda Rousey. They said that they're going to build her up. They don't want her having any shortcuts, but bitch, you just had a match.
Exactly.
And it's
exactly. And she shouldn't have had that match at WrestleMania.
Right.
She shouldn't have had the match at WrestleMania.
But luckily, it was good. That's because
and somebody was able to carry her, and somebody was able to carry her too.
Right. But now that you're exposed. Now the spotlight is beaming on you. And we don't know what's going to be. We don't know what's going to happen as you being a singles competitor in a singles competitor environment, let alone a championship environment, which I totally agree with you. I don't think that this should happen. This is a disaster.
No, it shouldn't
happen.
Yeah, because I mean, think about it, man. Because when you get tired and you're trying to do something athletic, you get sloppy. Mm-hmm. And when you get sloppy, it looks horrible.
Yes.
Even though the person you may be working with is trying to cover your mistakes as best as they can, if it gets to the point where it's just like you're fighting a wet noodle, come on now. Then the booker and the promoter and Vince is gonna be looking real stupid, and they're gonna have to cut that thing short. But hopefully, if it gets to that point, I hope Stephanie or somebody comes in and interferes and just does something to just cover her ass completely. If that gets to that point.
Jordan said that Carrie her, she stole the show. She stole the show because she had other stars with her. She didn't steal the show. She stole the show because it was her first time displaying her moveset in a WWE environment. So it was cool. No one's saying that Ronda was trash in that match, because that's far from the case.
Yeah.
She wasn't trash. But this is her participating in
by herself.
By herself. So that we're talking two different matches on two different platforms. So
so I mean, like I said, it's gonna be her and Nia. That's it. And if push comes to shove, have somebody interfere, get a DQ. Nia keeps the strap, and we'll progress from there if they decide to. But I knock on wood and hopefully to the wrestling gods that it's a good match.
I hope so. Definitely. Okay, so before you go, what other let me give you one last word. What's other things that you want to talk about?
Off wrestling subject, the NFL.
No. We will not talk here. We will not talk about that on here. We already talked about that. I talked about that on my other podcast. No. I'm talking about and the WWE. I mean, like.
Okay. Real quick, how do you think they're gonna deal with if they go with a one-on-one setup with Ricochet and Dream? because they have been doing matches together off TV. So if they decide to go with that program, how do you think that's going to pan out?
I think it's going to pan out very well. I think that's going to be like one of the hottest feuds on the, on the side of, Shinsuke and AJ Styles. I think that's going to be one of the hottest feuds of 2018, to be really honest with you.
Yeah, because they can match move for move. Yeah, that's going to be, because you got a glimpse of on NXT before Lars came in and killed them both. But that's going to be good if they decide to go on with it.
Was even in the match anyway. This is their feud, not Lars and Ricochet and Velvet Dream. Like I don't understand like why there got to be a third party involved with this shit. Like why isn't the fucking
those two can tear the house down by themselves.
Yeah,
they can tear the house down by themselves.
With a third party.
Yeah, I don't know why they put Lars in there to kill him and just run over him. That made no sense to me.
Right.
And it was a good match up until then.
Yeah,
we shall see.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Twin. Well, thank you so much for coming on. Appreciate your comments, bro.
All right.
Let's go on to Okay, I got one more card. She want to come in, so we're gonna give her time to come in. Okay, well, Lexus, you coming on or okay? Okay. Let's try her again. Okay, not getting an answer from her. Okay. All right. If we have any time I gotta end it because right now we're on a time schedule. Okay, so that is the end of Jordan. Yes, okay. You can come on. Just send me your request and I'll add you on. If you're on here, just send me a request. Okay. All right. All right, Jordan. I'm trying to add you, but I'm not getting an answer from you. So. I'm trying to prove you, but I'm not getting an answer. So I gotta move on. I'm trying to get lessons on here. So if we got some time, I'll try to add you after Alexis. Just probably do something with your whatever. All right, what's up, Alexis? How you doing?
Hey, I don't know what's going with the paper because it didn't go through.
No, it's cool. All right, so go ahead. What's on your mind?
The Ronda and Nia. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking. I'm assuming they're gonna pull where it'd be a DQ or something where Nia's still gonna walk away with the belt. I don't think. Hopefully, they won't put the belt on Ronda this soon. But it's WWE. Who knows?
Oh, and where are you calling from?
Baltimore.
Okay, all right. Baltimore, Maryland. Okay, Baltimore, Maryland, right? Or Baltimore. Yep. Okay.
Baltimore, Maryland.
All right, keep going.
I'm starting to think we can't just put it on. I mean, Vince is the head, but it's other people that works with Vince. I'm like, come on. We just need to. I don't know if it's because we always want to blame Vince. But sometimes it might not just be Vince, you know what I mean?
We probably have to. I don't know. I think Vince get majority of the heat because Vince is the one who makes the last minute or makes the last decisions. You know what I'm saying? Like if you got fans, you talk about that. You hear fans on the street, you hear them tweet. Back then, you hear them tout. Or whatever. You see all this shit that's going on social media, and you see fans voicing their displeasure for Roman Reigns, but yeah, you still keep pushing him. Fans actually got out of their seat from the main event at Backlash, and yet you still turn a blind eye. So
with that being said, like you see what's going on, but you halfway see. I mean,
You
my nigga,
actually-
you fucking damn near 80 years old, and you got that Duracell fucking earpiece in your ear, and yet you are still doing the same shit that you were doing 5 years ago. So that's why I said I don't got time for senile people. I just don't got time for it.
You know, a company to fail. You know, when you're not listening to your audience or your target purchaser.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I just get tired of them pushing the same 5 people. There's a whole locker room back there. Use them.
And you know, I know
Push
Vince McMahon got
other
his
people.
favorite 5, just like T-Mobile had that favorite 5 in their phone. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say I know this is not partially seen now. He's crazy, he's old, but he's still a genius. Okay? But I just really feel that Vince really needs to open up his ears, open up his mind, whatever's left in those brain cells, whatever, and he really needs to come correct that the shit with Roman Reigns is not working. It's not.
Yes. And I mean, my thing is just we need to clean house from the writing staff to the locker room. If you're not going to use these guys and girls to their ability, just let them go so they can flourish somewhere else. So they won't. Because what I hate to see is a wrestler sit there and just waste their talent there when they could go somewhere and be used and prosper. Because you only can wrestle for so long, you know what I mean? And then you be like, and I know I'm not a wrestler, so I would have them. I spent 10 plus years with this company, and now I try to go on any scenes and can't wrestle no more.
I agree. So what do you think about as a matter of fact, Mitt just said something about there's rumors that SmackDown might be going to 3 hours when they switch to Fox. Do you feel that that's a right move for SmackDown? Now, remind you, yes, that is a rumor, not confirmed, but any event, if it is true, I mean, what are your thoughts about that?
If it's going to turn out like Raw, then it's going to be the worst thing for SmackDown. But if SmackDown can step up their game, then yes. Or unless you give this the last hour or one of those hours to 205 and you dedicate that hour to 205 and showcasing 205 like they need to be, then it would be a good thing. But if you're going to just copy paste Raw, it's going to be the worst thing you can do.
I agree.
So my thing is, if the extra hour is going to showcase 205 the best way, then it's good. If not,
and you know what?
Lord help us all.
I don't think Vince is that crazy because this is the same man that is he's getting $1 billion deal for one of his TV shows. So the man is not crazy. The man is just he got selective hearing.
He's not.
You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to those duckies, oh yeah, his ears his Duracell is very high. So
they kick in. They kick in.
Exactly. So you got 1 more minute. So what's your final thoughts?
The whole thing with Jinder Mahal and this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you gender, it's prime scene that like the guys. If would Jinder be in any other match, would he get cheered? No. So it's telling you something there where you need to y'all need to come up creatively to just step up. Just creatively just come step up. That's it. Just creatively to come step up.
Your shit up. All right. Well, thank you so much for your comments, Leslie. Of course, as always, thank you so much for coming on the show. And I will see you later. All right.
All right.
All right. So, Mr. Jordan, I do not see your request. Okay, I gotta move on, bro. All right. Shoot. Okay. So before I bring on my special co-host,
special guest. All right. It's time for trash of the week. So, how this works. Every week I pick someone who have did some either stupid shit or have done some shit that just really just did not make no fucking sense whatsoever. It could be one person, it could be a group, it could be probably past, present, future. You know what I'm saying? You never know. You never know what I might bring up. But this week, it's multiple people. Peep game. Hold on a second.
Hi. Connected to KIMGOFSHAD.
No, I gotta.
SUGIRNIPPLES.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead with the drum roll, please. Well, the drum roll did not work. Okay. That's because probably I need to turn on. Right. Hold on a second. Okay. Hold on a second. Hold on. All right. Drum roll, please. That was my fault. Hold on a second. All right. Go back. Okay, drum roll, please. Drum roll, please. Thank you. All right. So, this week's trash of the week is the WWE Creative Team. Why they are trash of the week? Well, let me explain. If you did not see Raw this past week, where you had transsexuals, or excuse me, not transsexuals, but men in drag, with that Bobby Lash segment, you will understand why the WWE Creative Team is trash of the week. And also, the WWE Creative Team is I don't know, for the past couple of months, years, they have been on a lazy ass fucking streak. And I'm at the point, I am at my breaking point with them. Okay. I understand there are certain things that they cannot do, but there are some things that is not unexcusable. That punk ass fucking segment with Bobby Lashley was just inexcusable. And two, I've heard some things, especially on some of these podcasts, that the creative team say, oh well, we can't find anything for Apollo. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put him in the tag team match. And every time they can't find something for someone to do, like Sami Zayn, for example, they can't push him as an underdog, so they put him with his best friend Kevin Owens, which actually is a fucking awesome idea, because it really gave Sami Zayn relevance, and it gave him a character refresh. His character was brought back to life as soon as he became a heel. So that's fucking awesome. But the other shit is inexcusable. So for this week, WWE Creative Team. Oh shit! Damn. You are trash of the week. Now, let's go on to our co-host, or to our special guest, Mr. Corey Halsey. Let's bring him on. Technology sucks. Dead ass. It's dead ass.
Okay.
What's up, man?
I thought someone was breaking in. How you doing?
I'm
on a call.
All right. So, thank you so much for coming on.
I'm sorry that I was late. I had training tonight, and that was fun.
Honestly, I was totally bullshitting you. I'm so sorry. My bad. I was not trying.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I'm so used to it with what I do now. It's, I Literally, this was me walking out of training on Tuesday. Like from The Walking Dead.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they kill us there. And then I got in the ring with Matt Seidel, formerly known as Evan Bourne today, and man, he put me through the ring around.
Oh,
Oh God.
So as a matter of fact, let's talk about you. So you're wrestling for the WWE, correct?
I'm training with them right now.
Okay, so you train with them. Okay.
So I'll be starting at like local indies. I don't know when I'm gonna start. I personally don't care when I'm gonna start. I want to be ready. I'm around the best people. Forgot Snook Andrews or came in today. I don't know what his full name is, but something Andrews begins with an S. Freaking guy is amazing. We did some chain wrestling, and he blew me up. You talk about being blown up. It sucks. It really does suck. You sit there.
So this is what you're doing in your training, like you just like they teach
We
you
do
the
everything.
basics.
They teach us basics. They teach us how to work. They teach us everything. Like honestly, I get in there and I watch a lot of amateur wrestling too. I've been practicing amateur wrestling and I throw some amateur wrestling. That's what people want to see. They want to see chain wrestling. They want to see if you can actually wrestle, not all this flippy-do crap. Yeah, it looks cool, but at the end of the day, what do you want to see? Let me ask you, what do you want to see? You hear wrestling. What do you want to see?
Like you said, like the basics, like train wrestling, like the athleticism. I love it. Just two wrestlers, telling the story in a ring. It's not like you said. It's not all about flips. It's really all about can you tell a story by your moves. That's what I love. But some people just like flips and spots and all the other shit. But it's not really telling the story between two rivals in the ring. Like, for instance, for example, Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart. They told the story in the ring in that Iron Man match. That is one of my most favorite matches. That's how I actually got into wrestling, just by watching them two.
There was a match that I saw live at the WWN More Than Mania experience. It was Matt Riddle versus who's the current IPW or the guy in New Japan, Will Ospreay. It was those two. The story was the first person they were not trying to get into the armbar. So for 15 minutes they kept trying to get the armbar in. So at the end of the match, the finish was Matt Riddle putting Ospreay in a armbar and tapped out. That was the whole story. Do not get me in the armbar. And there was no storyline between them for that match. They just put the match together and they told the story. Honestly, from what I understand, a lot of people just watch WWE, WWE this, WWE that. You gotta watch more than WWE. That was me. I was the one that watched WWE.
I wanted to ask you because we have had conversations before we came on the podcast that you don't like the WWE.
No, I like the WWE, but I like the indies too. Don't get me wrong. I know every promotion has their ups and then their downs. So it's kind of, if you think about it, I can't bury WWE. I can't bury anybody because I just don't want to. It's wrestling. Like all those guys are there. What I'm doing, they got through it. It wasn't easy. So I mean, everyone wants to say Roman this, Roman that, Roman this, Roman that, but Roman started where I started, and it sucks. Like you have to sacrifice a lot. I mean, sometimes when you throw someone in your face too much, it's like, okay, we want to change. I get that, but.
So what about the WWE that you don't really care for?
Honestly, I don't like that low blow feud. Personally, it's cheap. It's stupid. I don't like it because there's multiple ways you could do a low blow. and you can make a crowd go, holy crap, that was different. But, you know, he's going straight under and, like, just lifting his arm up. I took a low blow from going off the top turnbuckle. The guy runs into me, and then he just lifts his leg up, and the referee didn't see it at all. This is in training. So it was good. Like, everyone was like, oh, he's got a low blow, and no one saw it. It was sneaky. I like the sneaky ones where it's different.
So you're not really feeling like this whole storyline between
I like the storyline, but there's other ways that you make Shinsuke a heel. Multiple other ways. Multiple. I don't think I ever heard of a high flying or saw a high flying heel. They should do that with Shinsuke. Just do crazy heelish stuff, high flying. But like I said before, a couple weeks ago when I first came on the one podcast, I was like, if they just let AJ and Shinsuke call out their feud like they did in Japan, forget it. Forget it.
And you think that this feud in the WWE is more watered down versus New Japan? Keep it real.
Yeah.
I mean, because I think this shit is like really, really watered down. Because I seen that shit like before WrestleMania, their match at I think it was Wrestle Kingdom, I believe, and I'm just like, that was one of the best matches I've ever seen, like from AJ Styles. And then now, like I was like so excited when I seen and like when I heard that their match was gonna be at WrestleMania. And to be really honest with you, it was like a lackluster, like dead ass. Like I'm not even.
I mean, I like their match at WrestleMania, but when that low blow happened, it killed everything. I was just like, Jesus. The group of people I went with, we loved it, but when the low blow came, we were just like,
what? What's wrong with the low blow?
Keep it real, like. It just wasn't the right time. I just felt that it wasn't the right time to do it. Just do it 2 days later. I don't care. Just not when you have a really good match and kill it with that. But that's just my opinion. A lot of people were just like, what the hell was that? And I had my drink in one hand, my food in the other, and I threw that shit in the air. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
So you threw your popcorn in the air.
I threw everything. $16 worth all over.
That's fucked up. So let me ask you this. All right. So
I would have liked him to see him do his finishing move when AJ got down from the turnbuckle or something. Boom, knock him out, and just be like, this ain't over. So just walk out the ring after that. But that low blow is. They're weak. They're weak. I just think they're weak. That's just me.
And that's fine. That's fine. It's like, I mean, other people might have a different opinion. Me, I didn't really, I mean, it was cool to me. Like, this is me seeing, since they're in a different light. So I got my life that night, But you're not the only wrestler that have said that, like, that whole low blow was a pussy move. Okay, great to be.
I mean, I see things different from the fans, so that's... I don't really want. That's just me. I mean, I would have made it if I would have done something like that. I'm sorry.
Are you talking from a wrestler perspective, or are you talking about from a
right now?
fan?
I'm talking. I want to say fan because it just looked weak all around. Like that big boot Cena took from Taker. The fuck was that?
he didn't take anything. I mean, shit, the boot never met his face. I mean, he just the air hit his face. Just say that.
I would have stiffed him. If someone did that to me, it'd make me look like shit, and then I would actually stiff you.
Well, I mean,
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. I just pick him up, and be like, "You're an idiot."
I mean, well, technically, like, Cena is trash in real life, but never mind. Anyway, we're gonna move on. All right. So, what do you think about? Let's talk about Bobby Lashley, because we was talking about it before you came on here.
Should have stayed on Impact. Should have stayed on the Indies.
Shit. All right. Let's talk about this then. Maybe it's just me, but I totally agree with you.
If we didn't live in a soft world, bringing him back to WWE, make him a heel, and freaking throw Trump's name out there. But we live in a society full of freaking people that are just, they get offended by everything, and WWE is so worried about that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not all into politics because I just don't care, because whatever happens. I ain't gonna have anybody tell me what I can and cannot do. And there's a lot of things that are going on I just don't like. I hate it. I just live my life, and I'm sure you do, and everyone else does.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, but if you could use politics in a feud, especially with Bobby as a heel and as strong as he is, oh hell yeah, hell yeah, I would love to see that, but that won't ever happen.
Why you say that?
People will get pissed. Like, if I was the promoter, I want to piss off people.
Mm-hmm.
Because as the heel beats the crap out of the face, and then all of a sudden the tables turn, the fans would be like, hell yeah, that's what you get for being an asshole.
Mm-hmm. So do you think, okay, I'm going to go a little deeper with you, because like I'm looking at this from not only the experiences with African American athletes, whatever. I think you already know where I'm going with this, but do you see the WWE pulling that trigger with an African American being like real, ghetto with the heel shit? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it worked with Mark Henry, but it might not work with Bobby Lashley. But my question to you is, with the society that we are in, and the stockbrokers or whatever, the stockholders that Vince answers to, do you think that heel shit, that monster heel shit, will work with Bobby Lashley?
Depends on how you use him. Depends if you use him to his full potential. Because Lashley was, from what I saw at TNA, from the bits and pieces, because I don't really watch much wrestling now, because I'm always at shows for WWN, and our shows are phenomenal. We actually have a show tomorrow, but we'll get into that another day, or not another day. We'll get in later a few minutes. Yeah, my bad. I'm sorry.
Good.
But
good.
Bobby Lashley, like, he's a big, muscular guy, and he's very agile.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, him being a heel and being a powerhouse and just destroying people, I'd like that. Because in WWE, he was only a face, from what I remember when I was younger.
He was never a heel.
But in TNA, he was a heel, and I heard he freaking killed it. Like, it was just great. Everyone hated him.
So
especially, I think he was with his wife.
Oh, he was with his wife?
I think he was with his wife. I'm not 100% sure. But I'm going to go to Jordan. Lashley is a good face as well. He's got a big guy that's athletic. Mm. You see a big guy that's athletic and do face stuff. I mean, come on. Everyone's going to love it.
Right.
But yeah, he's good both ways. I just think, I mean, some people are, it just depends. Some people rather stay in the indies. If you like WWE, you'll live at WWE's potential. That's what it is. If you want to be an indie guy, you'll live an indie life. Like, you could make money in the independent scene just as much as WWE, if not maybe a little more. I think Matthew knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, because Matt just said that some promotions are willing to take that risk while others tries to play it safe. So I mean, so why do you think the WWE is playing it safe? Is they playing it safe because he's an African American, or are they just playing it safe because they don't want any violence or that I don't know what the fuck you want to call it.
They're going to.
What would you say?
They want to protect they want to protect their wrestlers. Like, if I was a heel at a show where a promoter's like, "Hey, I want you to piss off the crowd. I don't care what you do, curse at them, whatever. Take it, whatever. Don't go too extreme." But if I was that heel, I would want to piss you off so much that you're waiting for me in the parking lot. And you know what? I've actually had that happen before when I was a ref, because their freaking favorite wrestler lost because the heel cheated and I counted 3, and I didn't see the part where he cheated because someone was distracting me, trying to tell me that he was cheating, and some freaking guy waited for me in the parking lot. I just looked at him. I was like, "Oh shit, he's pissed."
So let me ask you this, okay? Because Akeem, he said that what bugs me right now is Lashley and his character development has no direction. It's generic as it gets. So with him not getting, because I think what really bothered me about Bobby Lashley, I think like when he's there, except for the first day that he got there, he literally gets 0 reaction. Why?
He should have been Braun Strowman's partner at WrestleMania instead of that kid. The crowd would have freaking blew the hell up.
And you
Two
think
monsters?
Yeah.
I would have blown up. Honestly, when I saw Bobby Lashley return, I was like, "Well, why did he come last night?" I thought it was going to be someone from NXT being pulled up to be his partner, but they chose a kid. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was funny. It was funny. I liked the comedy. It was great. But now people, after the comedy, it's not funny anymore, and they're like, "Oh, it was stupid." Like, my friend was laughing about it. He texted me. He's like, "Yo, did you see that kid come out?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's freaking great." And then he comes over. He's like, "Man, that was so stupid." I just looked at him. I said, 1 month ago, you said it was funny. He's like, "Now it's stupid." I said, "Dude, make up your mind."
That's why I say us wrestling fans, we flip flop. But I stand on my own truth. I hold my dick when I say that whole fucking shit with that damn kid was stupid as fuck. It was stupid. That should have been, I agree with you, that should have been Bobby Lashley. But I don't know why with the double. I don't know. Maybe because at first I thought he was a Make-A-Wish kid. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? They're
it was the referee's son. It was the freaking referee's son. That kid probably went to school the next day and be like, "Hey, guys, look what I got."
Like for show and tell. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. You gonna bring a damn WWE wrestling belt as for show and tell. That, man, please. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Now, I'm just like, come on. Okay, so.
It must have been career day the next day at school. It must have been career day the next day at school.
That's funny as hell. That's too.
What'd your dad do? Hey, he's a referee, and I'm the WWE Tag Team Champion. Like, get the fuck out of here. That's why I look at it like it's comedy. You could take it multiple different ways.
But I mean, like, the WWE, like, dude, like, some of the shit that they do, it just does not make no fucking sense. Like,
like Ronda Rousey, like y'all were talking about?
Yes. Like, the shit with the Bobby Lashley, like, the segment was horrible. I'm like, dude, who came up with this shit?
The writers.
And as you can see,
I'm not sure if you guys know, but there's different writers for different matches, and there's different agents for all matches. So it's not like Vince is calling all the shots. Sometimes Vince just like, all right, just do what you got to do, because he's got multiple things going on at the same time. Think about it. That's a big company. That was a big show. They're big shows. He's He has a team of people he trusts. Now, if it's like something major, hey, can we do this? They got to go through him, but it's.
They trust these motherfuckers. Obviously. So okay, so let me ask you this. Damn. What's going on? Okay, what do you think about the Ronda Rousey situation? I really want your opinion on that.
I gotta see what happens after Money in the Bank. I'll put it to you like that.
So why
because
you not?
She said she wanted to be on Raw week in and week out, and that hasn't happened. It was looking good before WrestleMania, and then after WrestleMania, she came like once, twice, I don't know, and apparently from what I heard, she was making a movie. If that's the case, then cool, great, congratulations on your first movie, but title shot right now. Oh, her second?
Okay. Yeah, because she was in Fast or Fast 7. One or two. Yeah.
Well, she probably died then I don't know. She probably died in that movie. I didn't pay attention.
Corey, she did not die in the movie. She was like some type of bodyguard that got
That's why I didn't recognize her. My bad.
Yeah, she was still.
I'm an asshole. I'm sorry.
You are, and that's fine. That's fine because I'm an asshole my damn self. All right, so what do you think about let me see. Who the fuck is damn.
I just hope Alexa Bliss wins the Money in the Bank.
Why?
Because she's hot. Nah.
You going on based on what bitch make your dick hard, basically.
No, she's just hot.
Okay, I'll just check.
No, when it comes to talent, who's in that match? Because I
Alexa Bliss,
Charlotte. I have a feeling they're gonna have Charlotte win.
Nah, because it'd be because I think what they're doing is because remember Natty is in his storyline with Ronda Rousey, so I'm assuming they're going based on the storyline. Remind you, Ronda Rousey is going against, Nia for the, women's championship, and more than likely, Ronda is going to win. She's going to pull this. Huh?
Is Lana in the match?
Yes, she is, unfortunately. Why? Don't say she's going to win.
I'm trying to piece everything together in my head. Like this is how it all works. It's if Lana wins, it would be an upset. No one saw it coming, so I wouldn't factor that out because Lana's actually good. Like you just haven't seen her full potential because they're making her as if she's not a wrestler. But she's really
not
good.
Or is she?
She is. She knows how to do. Yes. You know who trained her?
Who? And don't say Rusev.
Her husband. Rusev trained her.
Duh. Yeah, that is. I mean, duh. I mean, like who else would train her? Okay, so
other people before she met Rusev.
We were supposed to talk about WrestleMania. So apparently, WrestleMania, the pay-per-views are supposed to get longer. Like WrestleMania is supposed to go past midnight next year, supposedly. Now, remind you, this is only a rumor. This is only a rumor, everybody. So please take it as such. But with that being said, do you think that that's a tragedy waiting to happen?
You better save your money. if you're gonna go. You better save your money. You better have the WWE Network, have a big old party with a whole bunch of people, and tell them, hey, you can't leave my house until this time.
Oh, okay.
But
So,
I think 10 hours for one show.
Mhm.
I would probably watch 5 hours.
I mean, wouldn't that be like? I mean, the appropriate time to watch a pay-per-view
For a big show, yes. For a big show, yes. For a small pay-per-view,
I mean, because you can do a lot of shit in 5 hours, right?
I was at WrestleMania for about 7, 8 hours.
But that you was in person. I mean, that's different versus like watching that shit live, like in the comfort of your own home. I mean, that's different. But to sit there and just watch the shit on your TV, and then especially if the shit is boring. I mean, like, I can't do that. I barely got through WrestleMania this year. At the 7-hour mark. That's because I was drinking and I was having fun with my friends. But if I didn't have my friends there, I don't think I can make it past the 5-hour mark.
5 hours.
Dead ass. 5 hours. I couldn't do it. Could not do it. Did I say 5 minutes? I meant 5 hours. Okay. All right. Cool. Yes. So, do you?
The only pop.
Go
I was gonna say the
ahead.
only pop I had at WrestleMania was when Bray Wyatt showed up. I was just like, okay, you got my attention.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the way that ended, I was like, I literally called as soon as Matt Hardy won and they started doing whatever they did in the middle of the ring. I'm like, they're gonna be tag champs soon.
And that's exactly what happened. Everybody wants it.
And I think it's great. It's phenomenal. They make a great team.
Mm-hmm.
Hardy in the U.S. title, freaking great.
Mm-hmm.
They won't be in the world title. I don't know. I can't tell anymore. There's so many sources. The only reason why I can't tell is there's so many sources online that saying this is happening and that's happening and this, and 90% of them are fake. It's just like, people will read anything and everything and believe it.
That is true.
So that's why when the agent sends out a message or is coming from WWE themselves,
mm-hmm.
something happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is.
There's a certain section on the website I noticed where they put someone's injured. That means they are legitimately injured.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's on like a highlight thing and it happened at a show, like they're just giving them some time off. Because at the end of the day, if I was banged up and beat up, I would ask for 2-3 weeks off. Freaking, hey, let's fake an injury and I come back in a month or two.
Well, speaking about fake injuries, well, I don't know if you follow Big Cass, but Big Cass got into some hot water, and Will's talking about this on the show.
He's injury prone.
Well, damn. Oh, well, shit.
I think it has something to do with his past that he hasn't said anything about. Probably past sport.
Past?
And sometimes your injuries as a kid, like I have a messed up shoulder from baseball. And that bugs me a lot. But I let everyone know, hey, my right shoulder's messed up. But my left shoulder, I could literally pop in and out. So, in and out. So I would, if someone messed up my right shoulder, they would know.
That did look a little sick there for just for a minute. It did, just like how you just.
I would totally let someone dislocate my left shoulder. I would totally let someone do that.
Why?
I would pop it out myself.
Why?
If it would get somebody over, it'd be great.
If
they were a heel and I was use what you got. Use what you got.
wrestling scene?
Huh?
They actually do that in the wrestling scene? Like
some people
if
do.
you
Yeah, some people do. I would. Why not?
have you thought about doing it? Why you turn away like that? Wait a minute. Why you turn away like that and start sipping? Are you saying that you did that already?
Yeah, I did it in training.
Oh. Did it get the person over?
No, just look at we're putting things together and how to learn how to put people over and put yourself over.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we're doing.
That's what's
and,
up.
I'm learning from Francisco Ciasso and or Chiazzo. I don't know how the hell to say his name. Sometimes I say it wrong, and he just looks at me. He's like, he does this Italian Brooklyn gangster gimmick. Oh, it's fucking funny. He's funny. You gotta watch him. Did you see the video on Facebook that's been going around of Progress Wrestling? The guy Keith Lee double chopping that one dude.
Yes.
I think I sent it to you.
Yes.
My heart, when I saw that, we watched it at the TC Center, and when I saw that, I was like, my heart stopped for him. I felt it. I felt that I wasn't even there. I was like,
now Keith Lee, like how? I'm assuming you know him very well, correct? Somewhat.
I just met him. He's a really great guy, very humble, freaking big dude, agile as hell. He could do a lot of stuff. When I saw him jump off the top rope, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. That's 333 pounds. Boom.
Did you say 30? Did you say 300 pounds?
333 or 330, whatever. That's how much he weighs. He's like 6'5". He's an animal. The guy's an animal.
Wow.
Oh, he had a great match when he wrestled Austin Theory. Actually, I want to see who watched WWE Access in the comment section. I'm not sure if you did.
If you went to WrestleMania, did you watch Keith Lee and you said who else?
Austin Theory. He defended this title at WWE Access. So did Keith Lee. So what happened was Keith Lee defended his title, and that same night he showed up to our shows and accepted Austin's challenge. So what they did is they had a title for title match. This is
okay. Go ahead.
This is the WWN heavyweight title, the main title out of every WWN show, and this is the FIP World Heavyweight title, which is a WWN show. So they both put their titles on the line. So the next day they had a match. Austin Theory wins the title, and that match was phenomenal. It was great. It was awesome. I mean, the ending. Huh?
Is that on YouTube?
No, because it's just recent, and it's hard to get WWN matches on YouTube unless they're really old.
Because of the copyrights and all that.
Yeah, that and that's just how they are. Would you want your stuff? If you were a promoter, would you really want your stuff, like your big events and stuff, on?
No, not at all. So I understand. So speaking of which, so where can they find like if they want to, if they want to watch it, where can they go to subscribe?
You can go to wwnlive.com and you can subscribe a membership. It's $10, same as WWE. But I mean, you're gonna get fantastic. We have a show tomorrow that literally is anything goes. You're gonna hear people cursing each other out. You're gonna see people bleeding. You're gonna see people throwing each other in the middle of Ybor City streets.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be good. I was literally standing there watching the show, and I almost got hit with a freaking chair myself. This show is like just straight hardcore. Anything goes.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm sitting there, my trainer was in a match, turns around and looks at the crowd and yells at him and says, "Fuck you" to everybody, and everyone froze. I froze. I was like, oh shit, we're in trouble when we get to training. I got intimidated. But it's great. I mean, our show starts at 9:00 Eastern. And I mean, this is our flyer for tomorrow's show.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I sent you it.
Yeah.
He's defending the FIP title.
Mm-hmm.
But this is going to be the guy to look out for. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, Jordan, if you want to, because the angry emojis, he said that he want to watch the matches, whatever. I said, well, shit, if you got like $10, I mean, you can go to the actual site. Matter of fact,
I mean, I think they have the pay-per-views, shows, whatever you want to call them, online. Could be wrong for like $2.99 per show if you want to do that. And we run multiple shows. We have ACW, we have Shine, we have FIP, Evolve, and there's other shows that are coming out. So we got a bunch. And Evolve Wrestling. Evolve Wrestling, from what I understand, was created from a WWE superstar, and everyone likes him. It's also available on Fight TV. Yes, from what I understand, is available on Fight TV. And no, I'm not on the show because I haven't had a match yet.
So you still? So how long are you going to be training for?
I don't know. They're saying anywhere between 2 months, but honestly, I don't care if it's I rather train longer and know I'm ready than be like, hey, we're putting you in a match now. Well, I don't feel ready. Because I'm not going to hurt myself, and I'm not going to hurt someone else, and I'm not going to make the show look bad.
I hear you. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, take your time, man. Like, whenever you're ready, please let us know so we can, promote your matches or whatever. So that's what we're here for. You know what I'm saying? Anything considered wrestling, anything we can promote or help you out in, we definitely can do that for you. So, I want to give you.
Matt. Matt.
What?
What's up, Matt? He's like, whoa, stop. Never, ever, ever.
Never, ever what?
For WWN match or WWN shows, yes, you'll have to pay to watch the full show. It's really good. You'll love our shows.
Say that you don't care. I don't know.
I know what he's saying. Saying that I don't care when I start. I get what you're saying by when I say I don't care when I start. Because in reality I do care, but I want to be ready.
Well, I mean, Mr. Matt Collins, he could probably he can take you under his wing, I guess. I don't know. But
I mean, I'll have a match with him.
Is that a challenge?
Not by me.
Look, I'm not being an instigator, but like I said, if you guys have a match, I'm just like I said, I'll promote it. Just pay me. You know what I'm saying? Just saying. But anyway, before we go, I'm gonna give you like one final thought. What's anything that you want to talk about? Anything that you want to get off your chest? Anything that you want to promote? The floor is yours.
Watch more wrestling. Watch more independent. Watch WWE. I mean, I'm a huge wrestling fan of all. I don't care who it is because I always learn something, and fans can learn stuff too. Because a lot of people are thinking everything's just like WWE. No, you're gonna learn a lot by watching different companies. I watched Matthew's videos when he puts promos. I learn a lot from them. So I watch everything I see when it comes up.
Wait. You said Matt who?
Matthew Collins.
Matthew Collins actually do promos?
Or was it Matthew Collins or who's that guy that comes on here? If I'm thinking the right guy. Is it him?
Yes.
Okay, I was about to say, dude, you just worked me. You just freaking worked me. You just worked me.
But no. I prefer the indie scene because like every Friday, like no, I'm sorry. Every other like month, I would like go to the indie scene because I used to be involved with this one company called BCW, Brew City Wrestling. I don't deal with the motherfuckers no more. But now I'm like actually concentrating my energy on this one company called Legacy Wrestling. You probably heard of it. It's like one of the biggest companies on the Midwest right now. So I don't mind. It just my time doesn't align with theirs because when they have a show, I'm getting off work. So I don't mind going. And as a matter of fact, I used to be like, I used to be like a super fan. I still am. It just, I just don't have the time anymore like I used to.
Like I said,
anywhere they can.
I would give WWN a chance. I showed you a video of our last Evolve 104. Some of a match, the interview, and then they had another match at the end. And you said, I mean, what are your thoughts on that? I mean, I know you told me your thoughts, but when I showed you, like, with the Keith Lee match and, I forgot, Matt Riddle.
The Keith Lee match, I've never seen anyone, like, move that quick. Never.
Especially two big guys.
Yes! I mean, it was like cruiserweights. Like it was just like how, especially how old dude, I forgot what his name was. The other guy that Keith was going against.
I don't know.
Like he made that moonsault. That moonsault was like picture perfect, and he was like as big as me, and I'm like around about 300 pounds or whatever. And it just
the guy's
like
330 pounds, and he's moving like that. It's crazy.
That's crazy. But no, that was a really good match, even though it was like, I really wish I had a longer clip, but you know what I'm saying. But anyway, but that one match, I forgot that one black dude that broke dude's arm or pretended that he broke. What is his name?
Oh man, you know what? I
fucking forgot. I wasn't trying to put you on the spot, but no, I really want to know what that dude's name was because dude, like how he just was breaking his arm or pretending that he was breaking his arm in like so many places. I'm just like, dude, do you got a whole match somewhere that you can send me? Because I want to see that match again.
I could man, I don't even know if I can get that full match, but.
When you find out, I don't want to pick your brain now because I know it's like really late now. So, but no, when you find like some footage or whatever, let me know so I can look it up or whatever. But no, I'm very interested in your company, so I'm gonna read some more about it, do some more research, and I'm gonna definitely follow up with you and let you know what I find. But so far,
Yeah, like I said, tomorrow, if you want, it's it. I mean, I don't know if they're still doing this promotion thing on Facebook still, where they put the first half of the show for free.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you want to watch the rest of the show, it's like $2 or something like that. If I find out, I will tag you because I will be on my phone sharing a lot of crap. Because everything you see on my news feed is straight WWN this, WWN that. We have so much shows coming up, it's not even funny.
And where are you located again?
Florida.
Florida?
But WWN goes around the country.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
So they were just in Chicago and Detroit for Evolve 104 and 105.
Yeah, because I'm near Chicago, so yeah, I could probably go to one of their shows. Okay, cool. All right, well, thank you so much for coming on, bro. Like it's been a pleasure. We're gonna have to do this again sometime, man. And like I said, if you got any promotion, definitely let us know so we can
like I said, the only promotions for you guys to really watch right now is WWN because it's the next big thing.
Cool. And it shows because you got a lot of talent. Even that little glimpse, that little clip that you sent me, I could tell that you guys go hard in the ring. And that's what I love. I don't even give a damn about them flip flops or whatever. If you can really keep me entertained or just keep my focus on the match, that's all I need. And I'll be a fan for life. Definitely. Dead ass.
Daniel Bryan was the one that started the Evolve show. He came up with the idea.
Really?
This title right here that he's holding, look up the name Tyler Black. Seth Rollins held that title. That's Seth Rollins.
What? Are you serious?
I kid you not.
I
did my own research too.
Is this the same company where he did that moonsault off that fat dude?
I don't think it's that same company. No.
Okay, because that's the only thing that's how I found out about Seth Rollins when I kind of did into his archives or whatever, and I'm just like, that was Seth Rollins. Like, oh wow, that's
yeah, Tyler
awesome.
Black, Seth Rollins.
Yeah,
that's what I just said. Tyler Black is Seth Rollins.
Wow, that's what's up.
I don't think that's his real name.
What is his real name?
I don't know.
Yeah, don't matter. But
I'd rather not know. He's great.
Yes, the hottest thing that's going on in the WWE right now. So that's all I care about. Hopefully he stay hot, but I just really feel that Jason Jordan is probably going to come in and kind of cancel that out. I feel it. I just feel it coming.
I don't know, but I'm trying to work this thing out in the next few months, maybe 5, 6, 7 months. I have a match with a big name. I'm hoping. We were talking today.
You trying to?
We're talking.
Or is it? Oh, you're talking. Oh. Can you give us a name? No.
Shooting Star Press. I wish.
Shooting Star Press.
That's all I'm going to tell you.
I'm going to find out. Then, okay. Oh, no. Matter of fact, okay. Is he a past star or is he a current star?
Find out. Well, when you find out, don't tell anyone. If you find out.
Oh no!
And no, it's not Matt Sydal.
Well, damn. Okay. Well, damn. You just killed
Sorry.
my dreams. Okay. All right. Well, brother, thank you so much for coming on. I gotta head on now, but thank you for coming on. I really do appreciate it, bro.
I really love that you guys let me just work you about that game or that match.
You're so silly. Evan,
Nah.
is it Evan
No.
Bourne?
No. I was actually messing with y'all.
Oh,
I just wanted to use them. It was funny. Get you guys like. No, but
you are so stupid. All right, bro.
welcome.
Take care, man.
Hey, you too. Have a good night.
You too. All right, everybody. I gotta head on out. It's been an awesome show, but I gotta get going. Gotta work tomorrow. But just remind you, if you guys are not in the WCC group, come into send a request to join the WCC group, Wrestling Conversation Central. If you have not subscribed on on our site on Facebook, on YouTube, #Heels for Life. Just subscribe, and we definitely will have some more content for you guys. It's still a brand new site, so it's not even like 3 weeks old or whatever. But if you have any questions, make sure that you follow me, Chris Dilworth, at Facebook.com, or Mr. C-Dog Collins, Matthew Collins, at Facebook.com. Until that time, I am your host, Mr. Team Bring It, Mr. C-Dog somewhere around here, and we will see you guys next week. Good night.